Blessed be Yah God, y'all. We thank him for another Shabbat day. We thank him and praise him for our lives, for our children's lives, for our parents' lives, and all of the turmoil and strife that we're going through is just part of the process. And we should be glad that we are going through it so that we can come out shinier and have our robes washed in as white and make it into the kingdom, because that's what we're laboring for. We're laboring for the kingdom. So I asked the saints how y'all was doing. Everybody said they was fine. I'm gonna ask my introductory question again. Well, I didn't even ask it the first time, but let me ask y'all this. Is there a time in the scriptures where John's revelatory number of the mark of the beast could have been used, where he derived it from? Is there any Old Testament? Don't nobody Google nothing. Don't nobody Google nothing. As a matter of fact, this might be Google proof, but where might have John got that number from? Does anybody have a clue?
Hold on. Of what number?
What you say, O'Shea?
Oh, never mind. You said the 666?
That's the mark of the beast, correct?
Oh, sure. I don't know.
666.
I was gonna say, was it from one of the emperors, Nero?
No.
Okay.
Where did John get it from? John
The
didn't get it from
spirit?
no. Huh?
The spirit?
Could it be from the way that the Hebrew letters sum up numbers?
Survey says.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be quiet now.
Okay.
All right.
I thought that was a good one.
No, it wasn't. If the buzzer went off, it was a bad one.
Hey, just treat my life today.
Gave us a number that he said would be, where's that at, Revelation 13, right?
Yes.
O'Shea, give me Revelation 13. Oh, shizzle. Oh, shizzle.
Okay.
Oh, shizzle, shemizzle.
Revelation 13.
I'm sorry. You got it? Revelation 13.
I got it.
I think it's 16. It started 16 through 18, I think, right?
It's the last verse. Well, yeah.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound, in bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
How many different ways can you get? You get the mark of the beast, the number of his name, or what else? What was that?
The Bible says, save that he hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him understand
the mark, the name, or the number. The mark. There's 3 ways to get it.
No, it's 13. I mean, it's another one. And he had powers to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many that will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Well, you said, how do you get it? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's how do you. There's 3 ways that you can get the mark of the beast to lead you into that situation. The mark itself, the name, or his number. I'm gonna go over that. I'm just realize I'm gonna have to go over that. There are different ways to get the mark of the beast. You get the mark itself, or it's embedded within his name and his number.
Wait, you didn't answer about how John came up with the name.
Well, I'm getting into it, little Missy.
Oh.
He's going to get to it, Buster. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, because I almost forgot. Do you have
Okay, well, hang tight. We're going to go to
Okay.
the scriptures
Okay.
because that's where we're going to find our answers in the scriptures.
Okay.
And unfortunately, most of the stuff that happens that our revelators and our come up with about prophecy has to stem from something in our history, because there's nothing else to draw from but our history. Oh, Brother Nathan, you need to shut up. I know.
Excuse me.
Bless you, brother. Bless you.
Thank you.
I need 1 Kings, the 9th chapter, and we're going to start at the 15th verse. And there's several red flags, Nicole, before we get to the verse that's going to give you your answer. Okay?
Okay.
So I need you all to look for the red flags. Okay? Now, Elder Yehoshaphat, I need you at Deuteronomy, the 17th chapter, please. Or if you want to hand over to your son, you can do that. But I need Deuteronomy, the 17th chapter.
Ariel, you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Deuteronomy, the 17th chapter, young fella.
What
And I
was
want
that?
you to hold at verse 16 and 17, please. And I mean 16 through 18. Could you hold there, please? O'Shea,
Oh,
I need you at 1 Kings 9th chapter, starting at verse 15, buddy.
Okay. First Kings chapter 9, chapter 15. And this is the reason of Levi which King Solomon raised for to build the house of Yah and his own house and Milo and the wall of
You got a real
Jerusalem.
good echo, bro. You got a real good echo.
Is that better?
And the word was not Levi, it was levy. He forced a
Oh,
levy. A levy.
oh, my bad.
A levy is different from Levi. You have to understand what a levy is. Okay, and
Okay.
the context will tell you. So read that again. You no longer echoing. So go ahead.
And this is the reason of the levy which King Solomon raised for to build the house of Yah and his own house and Milo and the wall of Jerusalem and Hazor and Megiddo and Gezer. For Pharaoh king of Egypt had
Whoa, whoa,
gone
whoa,
up
whoa,
to
whoa,
take
whoa. For who?
Pharaoh king of Egypt.
Yehoshaphat.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a problem?
Do I have a problem? Not yet.
You should.
Yeah, well,
Read that again, bro. O'Shea.
Okay.
And who?
For Pharaoh the king of Egypt
What do you
had
do?
gone up.
What?
He gone up.
To do what?
Taking Gezer and burnt it to the ground. Oh, burnt it with fire and slain the Canaanites that dwelt in the city and given it for a present unto his daughter Solomon's wife.
What? Wait, what? What? What?
what's wrong with the law? What does the law say?
And let me tell you something. It's not about marrying foreign women so much as it is about this particular foreign woman.
Hey, since you said that, do you think? Hold on, we okay. I'm sorry for interjecting. When Egypt was destroyed, when the children of Israel came, or was it Egypt? Okay, how can I put this?
Egypt was not totally destroyed after the experience with the children of Israel.
Okay, so then you come down hundreds of years later. Nah, actually, this is not even that. Yeah, it is 100. Hundreds of years later. 40 years in the wilderness. Yeah, hundreds of years later. Now you're going back and messing with Egypt again.
I'm going to need your son to sound off on Deuteronomy 16 before O'Shea goes any further.
Okay, you got some really kind of scratching in your voice or something like
No,
that.
that's not me.
That's not.
No, it's not me. I'm just playing. I think it is me. Hold on. I don't know why. But
Say
if Brother
something.
Ariel would not mind doing Deuteronomy 16 through 18, I'm gonna mute myself until I fix this problem.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy 16, verses 16 through 18. 3 times in the year shall all the males appear before Yahweh thy El in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened
Young
bread,
fellow,
in the
I'm sorry. That's the wrong. It's Deuteronomy 17.
17,
I'm sorry.
16 through 18. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. 17. My bad.
So,
Let me make sure I got the
verses
right verse for you.
16
Hold
through
on.
18.
Let me make sure. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Because I done messed up once. No, start at verse 14 from me.
Yes, sir. Verse 14 of chapter 17.
You can go all the way
When
to
thou,
20.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When thou art come unto the land which Yahweh thy El giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy El shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause people to return to Mizraim or Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as Yahweh hath said unto you, ye shall
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
henceforth
whoa, whoa, whoa,
return.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yes,
whoa,
sir.
whoa, 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 whoa. Go back. He should not
Verse
do what?
16.
He should not do what?
But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor
Stop.
cause.
Stop. He should not cause himself. Take that down.
Hold on. Not.
Huh?
What about nor cause the people to return to Egypt?
Oh, okay. Whoa,
Not
whoa.
not
One
not
at a
not.
time.
Okay, I'm
One at a
sorry, man.
time, elder.
Okay.
Slow down, elder. Slow down. Take a deep breath.
I will slow down.
You will slow down. You will slow down.
Oh my
Down
goodness. Oh
slow, you will.
my God. Oh.
So we got the first, you also got to do the second part. The first part is he said not multiply horses. Now Jehoshaphat explain how he returned us to Egypt.
uh, Number one, and when he said that thou shalt not marry a stranger, well, he said, then to give your sons or daughter to a stranger, for they shall what draw that person is going to draw that Israelite heart away from the Creator, and they're going to begin to worship who the gods of their nations and stuff like that. So Solomon married an Egyptian woman. You hear that? Actually, that was probably his first wife.
I was hoping this is early in his reign.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is early in his reign. And his wife is an Egyptian. Now, is she an Egyptian that believes? Is she an Egyptian that was turned over? Because we had several kings, a few kings that had foreign women as their mothers.
Yes.
And they were good kings, by the way. So was this Egyptian woman a Ruth? Or was she a Jezebel?
You know what? I guess maybe when we look at scripture, I think Solomon. Remember, Solomon had built the house of the Most High. and he said that he had built the house. I think it was somewhere in where David had been, and he said that this Egyptian woman couldn't come into their house. I got to find that script. It's there. I know it because I read it. I'm not going crazy.
I
He
think
was
Solomon's first wife was a foreign woman, and she didn't believe because I think she ended up when was it Saul? No, Saul. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Never mind.
no. There is a particular scripture in which Solomon wouldn't allow his Egyptian wife to come into a house because I thought he's if I'm not mistaken, he said it was holy or something like that. Or David, his father, had dwelt in there, and he wouldn't allow her to come into there. I'm gonna find it.
Well, if you can find it, that'll be cool.
I'm gonna
But he
find
married
that.
an Egyptian woman.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is early in his reign. The Pharaoh took a city, they slew all the Canaanites in there, and gave it as a present to his wife, to his daughter. We not. Why are we dealing with the Egyptians? Why are we dealing with the Egyptians?
I think we were suffering from Stockholm syndrome.
We're gonna read it later, but Elder Jehoshaphat, where did Solomon get his horses from? We're gonna read it later. We're gonna read it later.
He just tell you where you get his horses from.
The Egyptians.
Where Solomon get his chariots from?
Egyptians.
He couldn't make his own chariot. But look at it this way. The Creator said he is our protector. Why are you banning chariots from Egypt? Don't make the people return to Egypt does not mean lead them back to the land of Egypt, but don't return them to the ways of Egypt, which systematically you're going to see that's exactly what Solomon was doing. Returning making Jerusalem into Egypt with the not observance of the law that was given to our kings.
Well, I just say, wow. Well,
Young fella, did you finish reading Deuteronomy 17?
No, sir.
Go ahead and finish up.
Yes, sir. I'll start at verse 16 again. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as Yahweh has said unto you, ye shall not henceforth return no more that way. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
Are we seeing that Solomon has violated, just from our knowledge of his history? We about to read all this stuff so we can get it concreted. But are we seeing through the law that Solomon broke all of the laws that a king was supposed to abide by?
Okay.
So far. 18.
Verse 18. And it says, and it shall be when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests of the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear Yahweh his El, to keep all the words of this law and these statutes to do them, that his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Yasharel.
Okay, Minister O'Shea, I need you to finish with Kings, please. Wherever you left off at.
Okay.
Now watch this, y'all. We watching the history and watch this.
Verse 16. For Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had gone up and taken Gezer and burned it with fire and slain the Canaanites that dwelt in the city. He given it for a present unto his daughter Solomon's wife. And Solomon built Gezer and Beth Horon, the nether. Sorry. and Baloth and Tadmor in the wilderness, in the land, and all the cities of store that Solomon had, and the cities for his chariots, and the cities for his horsemen, and that which Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem and in Lebanon, and in all the land of his dominion. And all the people that were left of the Amorites, Hittites, Pezerites, Hivites, and Jebusites, which were not of the children of Israel, the children that were left after them in the land, whom the children of Israel also were not able utterly to destroy. Upon those did Solomon levy a tribute of bond service unto this day. But if the children of Israel did Solomon
Excuse
make
me, LD, hold on for a second, bro, O'Shea. LD Josephat, is a
Yes, sir.
levy okay? If you have a levy,
You're taxing the people.
you taxing the people, but he's got a levy of bondsmen. Hired servants, right?
Is he, first of all, is he paying them?
It doesn't say forced labor. It didn't say forced. It didn't say forced.
Okay.
So when it says did he levy a tribute of bond servants to this day?
No, if you're a bond person, bond, if you're
that's it. You know what? Schofield says a conscript for forced labor. A levy is a conscript for forced labor. Now, knowing what a levy of bond service is, because doesn't in Deuteronomy does it say that you should be bondmen and bondwomen, bond servants?
yeah.
So now we doing the same thing to the nations that they did, that was done to us. Neither shall ye vex a stranger, for you know the heart of a stranger, seeing you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Hewers of water, hewers of wood and drawers of water.
Those were the Gibeonites, whom Solomon had, now whom Joshua them had made a covenant with, saying
Those
that
people,
okay.
Yep. But any of the nations we can have for those purposes. And we're not talking about slaves. There's laws for having slaves. And they don't call them slaves, they call them bondmen, a maid servant. The law says if you smite out your maid servant's tooth or your man servant's tooth, maid servant, man servant, you should let him go free for his tooth's sake. There's laws governing bond service. You just can't treat him any kind of way. If you smite your slave, your bond servant, with a rod and he died, you're going to get punished. So what type of bond service are we speaking of that the Creator did not want in his land?
Forced labor, slavery.
The Creator did not want forced labor at the whip. forced labor at the whip, like you were in Egypt. Forced labor at the whip. And we did it to folk. Not vex a stranger nor oppress him. For you know the heart of a stranger. You know the heart of a slave. You know the heart of a forced a slave, how to be put to forced labor at the whip. That brother there teaching, man, we supposed to love the white man. Somebody need to shoot that brother, man. You know, talking about loving the white man and letting him know he a slave and he gonna stay a slave. This talk is
Okay, AJ.
yes, sir.
Okay. Here it is. It was in Second Chronicles. I'm sorry. About you said what type of woman do you think? I don't know. This maybe it's an indication as to what type of woman the Pharaoh's daughter was. And it says this in Second Chronicles, the 8th chapter, and it says that, and Solomon brought up the daughter of Pharaoh out of the city of David unto the house that he had built for her. For he had said, my wife shall not dwell in the house of David, king of Israel, because the places are holy whereunto the ark of Yah have come.
Well, I don't think any foreigner could come around the holy places, right?
The daughter of Pharaoh. No.
You know what I'm saying? But why would he marry? See, that's the thing. If you marry a foreigner and she not all in, why are you marrying her? Because see, once they do what they supposed, they should be as one that is in the land. You should love them as you love yourself. She didn't fulfill the requirement to be born as one in the land. To be as one born in the land.
So she wasn't. So would it be fair to say that she wasn't a Ruth?
We gotta say she wasn't a Ruth.
So then her father gave her unto Solomon.
Yes.
Almost like she was a political wife. Like, you know how you see some of these movies today.
Of course.
In which you conquer. I mean, you conquer somebody, and in order for you to have peace with him, you said, you know what? I'm gonna give my daughter. You're gonna marry my daughter. That's gonna create a cut or a bond between you and me, whereby I want to attack you or something like that, or you want to attack me. So I don't think her heart was into the heart of worshiping the Creator. I don't think her heart was there. Because my father gave me to you as a political wife. And then it's going to ask you the other questions as to what Solomon did after his reign. I mean, after he has done it. Did he make a covenant? A covenant with him in order for Pharaoh to give his daughter unto Solomon. And then
was definitely all of his foreign wives were treaties and things of that nature.
And are not those the same women that turned Solomon's hearts away from the Most High?
Well, as you can see, he started off early. I guess he would have to start early to have 700 wives and 300 concubines, right?
Yeah, but it goes back to the question. Here's another law he messed up with. You're not supposed to you're not supposed to even be married a stranger woman, because they're going to turn. And he says what? And he says this specifically: they're going away from me. That's what happened to Solomon. Let us just set up this idol god, and he built. What did they build? Oh my goodness. Go ahead on, because I think we about to that gold. We're gonna talk about that gold.
And then gonna talk about what he Oh yeah, yo, I know where you're going. I know what you're thinking. O'Shea, go ahead and read. Read quick, son.
Verse 22. But of the children of Israel did Solomon make no bondmen, but they were men of war, and his servants, and his princes, and his captains, and rulers of his chariots, and his horsemen. These were the chief of the officers that were over Solomon's work, 550, which bare rule over the people that worked in work. But Pharaoh's daughter came up out of the city of David unto her house, which Solomon built for her. And did he build a Milo. And 3 times in the year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offerings upon the altar which he built unto Yah, and he burnt incense upon the altar that was before Yah. So he finished the house. And King Solomon made a navy of ships in Ezion-Geber, which is beside Eloth, on the shore of the Red Sea, in the land of Edom, and Haram, sending the navy servants, shipmen that had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon. And they came to Ophir and fetched from thence gold, 420 talents, and brought it unto King Solomon.
That's 420 talents. A talent of gold is 75 pounds. Wait a minute. Let me make sure that's right. I thought it was 75. Yeah. Somebody get kicked off? Oh, y'all got kicked off.
I missed what you all said the last couple of minutes or something like that.
Oh, it is. 1 talent of gold is 75 pounds. And he bought 420 talents. Huh?
1 talent
420
of
talents.
1 talent of gold is what?
75 pounds. And he had 420 talents. That's 31,500 pounds of gold at that particular stop at Ophir.
So did you go over the part about the temple was
We
already
there.
built?
What?
Okay.
I mean, we just get it. This the beginning. This the beginning. Oh. Everything's in 9 and 10.
I don't know where you at, because I told you I didn't hear you for the last like 2 minutes.
Oh, we was at the end of verse chapter 9.
Of what?
We just did the end of chapter 9. Now we about to get into when the Queen of Sheba visits.
Okay, first 9. Okay.
All right, O'Shea, Queen of Sheba.
You said Queen of Sheba.
Verse 10, please. I mean, chapter 10, please.
And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of Yah, she came to prove him with hard questions. And she came to Jerusalem.
The name of who?
In the name of Yah.
So she said she came to Jerusalem concerning the name of Yah. Okay. That's the first thing that she said, Brother Yosefat. But go on.
And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train, with camels that bear spices and very much gold and precious stones.
Very much what?
Gold and precious stones.
Gold and what? Gold and precious. Okay. She came to Jerusalem with gold and precious. Okay, go ahead.
Are you on the 10th chapter? Where you at?
The 10th chapter, yeah.
10th chapter. Verse 2.
Go ahead.
Middle of verse 2. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. And Solomon told her of all her questions. There was not anything hid from the king, which he could not tell her, which he told her not. And when Queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom and the house that he had built, and the meat of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, and his cupbearers, and his accent by which he went up into the house of Yah, there was no more spirit in her. And she said to the king, It was a true report that I heard in my own land of thy acts and thy wisdom. Howbeit, I believed not the words until I came, and mine eyes had seen it. And behold, the half was not told me. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceedeth the fame which I heard. Happy are thy men, happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee, and that hear thy wisdom. Blessed be Yah, thy Elohim, which delight in thee, to set thee on the throne of Israel, because Yah loved Israel forever. Therefore made he thee king to do judgment and justice. And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, and of
Uh-oh.
spices very great store.
How many talents?
120.
At 75 pounds a talent?
Uh,
At 75 pounds a talent?
120.
Y'all better. Solomon so far is getting a lot of gold. I hope y'all see this. Solomon is getting a lot of. First of all, 31,000 pounds of gold is a lot of gold. But you're gonna see more in this. Go ahead.
Sorry, my bad.
We're gonna talk after class, son.
And of spices very great store, and precious stones. There came no more such abundance of spices as these which the queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. And the navy also of Haram, that brought gold from Ophir, brought from Ophir great plenty of almug trees and precious stones. And the king made of the almug trees pillars for the house of Yah, and for the king's house harps also, and psalteries for singers. There came no much almug trees, nor were seen unto this day. And King Solomon gave unto the queen of Sheba all her desire and whatsoever she asked, beside that which Solomon gave her
Excuse
of
me.
his royal bounty. So she turned and went to her own country, she and her servants. Now the weight of the gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 600 threescore and 6 talents of gold.
Stop right
Beside that,
there. Stop right there. Stop right there. How much gold, Elder Jehoshaphat?
600, 3 scores, and 6 talents of gold.
And what's the numerical value of 600, 3 score and 6?
6, 6, 6.
John the Revelator is also a historian. I'm not saying that this number that he's looked back in time and so, but there's a connection here. There's a connection here. $666 of gold. Did he get this every year of his reign?
Isn't that what it says? What does it say?
What does it say, O'Shea?
now the weight of the gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 600 threescore and 6 talents of gold. Beside that he had of the merchantmen, and of the traffic of spice merchants, and of all kings of Arabia, and of governors of the country. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold. 600 shekels of gold went to one target, and he made 300 shields of beaten gold. 3 pound of gold went to one shield, and the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon.
Stop
Moreover,
this for a second. Hold on for a second. He made shields. How many did he make out of pure gold? How many?
he made 300 shields of
He
beaten
made
gold.
300 shields, and they were 3 pounds of gold each. That's 900 pounds of gold.
Wow.
Elder Jehoshaphat. Elder, I'm gonna ask your son, because I believe your son has a big brain too. Well, not bigger than yours, but Brother Ariel,
Yes, sir.
from your knowledge of metals and swords and shields and things of that nature, what kind of shield do you think a gold shield would make? A pure gold shield.
To be
Would
honest
that
with
be
you, I
enough?
don't know.
You don't know? What would be your, let me ask you a question. What's the strongest metal?
Is it supposed to be gold?
Say that again.
Isn't it supposed to be gold?
No,
Gold.
gold is
Titanium?
soft.
Steel?
Titanium.
There you
Titanium?
go. There you go.
What do you
Josephat,
say?
back in the day, what they make swords out of? Look, you had the Bronze Age, right? Where they were making knives and swords and shields out of bronze. I think you had the Copper Age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the Iron Age. And then you get to steel.
But isn't iron and steel from it makes the strongest when they combine together? Aren't that isn't that what they make titanium or something like that? Or
Well,
it's a combination. It's a combination of two metals that will make they shield. I mean, to make the sword. They used to make they swords out of two metals. It wasn't all iron and it wasn't all steel.
but
It
my
was a
point is this, and what
Okay,
you're
I'm
saying is
sorry.
true. But will gold be a good metal to use for a shield?
No.
Thank you, Nicole.
Why, Nicole?
It's not strong.
Thank you.
Gold is one of the softest metals. In fact,
Thank you.
the jewelry that we have, they mix gold with other metals to make it stronger because gold by itself is very flexible and soft. It's a very soft metal.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon made 300 shields that was made out of 3 pounds of gold each. For what?
Decoration.
Thank you. Nicole, you want little Missy, I'm gonna buy you a donut and some coffee at
Leave her.
Starbucks. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna spend $25, but you deserve it.
Some coffee and donuts.
Mm.
A small coffee and a small donut. That'll be $25, sir. I'm sorry, $25.15.
Plus my tip of $5.30.
Hold on. Verse 10 says, and he made he made 300 shekels, 300 seals of beaten gold. So he beat the gold. 3 pounds of gold went into one shield, and the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. Whose house was that in Lebanon? Was that his house?
In Jerusalem to protect in the shield house, was it?
It wasn't, but Lebanon ain't where Jerusalem is.
But he had control.
Yeah. No, hold on.
But why would he take them all the way over there? Like, for sure. That's what one of his storehouses was.
Hold on. No, you can go ahead. You can go ahead on.
They wasn't for war.
No, they couldn't be. That's what I'm. Yeah, they couldn't be
It
for war.
wasn't
No.
for war. Is my whole point. They wasn't for war.
See, now you got my mind going off in some real crazy stuff right now.
So is it true that Solomon multiplied gold unto himself?
Yes, sir.
And did he not waste the gold? Instead of forcing people to labor, and we're gonna see a little bit later, and when Shay finished reading, he didn't consider silver to be very, much. But all the people that you forced labor on, you could have paid them with that silver that you didn't think that was that much, because people fought wars over silver. Silver is very valuable. But Solomon didn't think it was valuable because of the fact that he had so much gold. He could have mined the silver and gave it to the people and made them workers and paid them a daily wage. He could have afforded to have done that.
Oh, we and that goes in line with what when the kingdom was split. Remember, and Rehoboam had said this and that, and he said that my Solomon was was a scorpion, but I'm gonna be much more hard on you than he was.
Mm-hmm.
So the mindset of Solomon went way south. His mindset, I mean, it's like you can multiply even today in today's world. What do rich people do when they have so much wealth?
They hoard it.
Uh, no, but it's not enough. Now they turn to what other things? Will they begin to worship that which they hoard, or will they make image or something like that? Or will they use it to try to control? Well, today they use it to try to control people. You know,
I mean, look at rich people spending, but look what Jeff Bezos spends his money on. Look what the other Elon Musk spends. Look at what these people that have more than enough money to ever spend. Look at what they spend their money on.
you know what you it's oh, and can I ask you this question? We maybe go, is the hoarding of materialism a sin?
The whole, we looking at it right now.
I only said that because I'm looking at the reign of Solomon and the reign of David, and I can recall specifically when the what was that town that they had invaded, and David and his men went to fought to get their families back, and some men were so tired that they couldn't go with David to fight the other guy, and David says, "You all stay here." But when they fought, David won the battle, and he brought back all, not only his wives and his children, but he brought back much spoil with him. And when they got back to the camp, the men, some of the men, as David said, no, no, we don't, this is all our spoil. And David says, no, no, no. He says, you're gonna get the same amount as the man that went and fought, as the man that did not go and fight. We equaled, we leveled things up. It wasn't a me, I did this, I fought this, I have this, so it's mine. No, David says, no, it's all of ours. We're going to split this evenly between all of ours, even though they didn't go with us, but we still going to split it with them evenly. The mindset that David had as opposed to the mindset that his father had. I never seen in scripture where it said David, he when he multiplied things, he multiplied it, material things, he multiplied it for the building of the house of the Creator. David had gold, but that gold was for the dedication and then into the building of the Creator's house. Maybe I spoke too much.
But you had the example right there. You need
Right.
to go to David's house. You see what he did with the spoil. He didn't keep it to himself. He didn't just give it to the men that went to war. He gave it to every man that came out of the camp with him to war. And they all got the same thing. Those men just didn't go to that particular battle, but they had been with the whole time.
Right.
So that is an act that shows you David not worried about money or gold or silver or spoils or riches when you can divide it evenly like that. So yeah, there's a different mindset, obviously. I think Solomon could have used his wealth a lot better, where he didn't have to have forced labor, and where he could have shunned a lot of the things that he would have. You need a lot of money to take care of 1,000 women. Okay, let's get that straight. You need a lot of money to take care of 1,000 women. They gotta eat, they gotta drink, they gotta have fine clothing. You gotta have a lot of money for that.
And Solomon had all that.
So that goes back to your original question: is it sin to have an abundance? Yeah, because it usually, more than often not, it's gonna cause you to spend money in ways that's gonna cause you to sin. You're gonna buy women. You're gonna buy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're gonna buy women. You're gonna get out there on the Sunset Strip. You're gonna get you a brand new car. Okay, you're gonna get you some $3,000 glasses, shades. You're gonna be cool. You're gonna get you
Or
some
you going
threads.
or will you begin to think that I am above the law?
I'm telling you what you is already, and you still what you intervene for.
I'm sorry, man.
You just had to jab in, didn't you?
No, you saying that you saying all those things because now I'm looking as to what, and I hate to bring this into this, is because the Epstein, and I'm sorry to bring the Epstein files and all that. What people did you have doing all that? Doing those? Yeah, you ain't had no poor men in there doing that. Yeah, rich men. You know,
Well, look
my
at what he
wealth.
says. What did the Queen of Sheba say that she saw when she looked at his table and his manservants and his ministers, how they were dressed, their apparel.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon's servants had gold.
They look good too.
They look good too. Huh? Solomon's table had, they said his table had every type of food you could that would feed a city on his table. 3 oxen, a roebuck, a hart, a stuffed fowl, turkey. He had all you could want to eat.
So is it, and when it says in Revelations that it's the number, what is it? Is this when it says it's the number of a man? Is that number, if that, will that man that it is talking about in this time and age have that mindset of materialism, of everything is mine, all I want it all?
Isn't
You
that
know
what
how?
that's what the adversary want, right? Don't he
No,
want it
no,
all?
because you know that there's a convergence of everything into. There used to be a whole lot of stores. Now there's not a whole lot of. Everything is merging, is coming into one, where it can be run by one person, or everything can be controlled by one person. Or you see at the top of the pyramid, everything at the top of the pyramid, there's this one stone that's on top, and everything is controlled by that one person. Or his desire is to control everything on this planet. That's his mark. That is the number of a man. And if we associate the mark, I mean the excessive wealth, and the sins of excessive wealth, we can associate that. Well, they call him the man of sin. I'm calling him nothing. Don't call him a man of righteousness. They call him the man of sin. I'm sorry. I'm I, I'm I interjected myself too
No,
much.
you're good. You're good. So if you look at Solomon's works, it says a number of the 666 is a number of a man, and this individual, his name is the man of sin. It's the number of a man.
Mm-hmm.
The individual's name is the man of sin.
The scripture,
The
yeah.
number of a man, 666 is the number of a man,
Mm-hmm.
and the name of the beast is the man of sin. Y'all making my carpal tunnel syndrome go back in my hand.
Mm.
666 is the number of a man, And the individual that we are looking for as appearance is called the man of sin. See, no, he's a beast that come out like with 18 arms and he got 15 wings and he be fluttering. I said, uh-huh. He's called a man of sin. Okay. This was indebted into the scriptures for a reason. And it's funny that these 666 talents that Solomon accrued every year, the number is staggering to me, 666. And then you look at the progression of Solomon's kingdom, or the regression from Pharaoh's daughter until he took him on some more wives and some more wives. I didn't see not one wife from Jerusalem. I have to look and see amongst all the.
No, I don't find no. You don't see. It says, well, he may marry somebody, but it doesn't mention them specifically by name.
No mention now. I'm questioning, did he even have a wife of Israel? Because Shlomo's wife was Bathsheba.
Who? That was David's wife.
I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
That was his mother. Bathsheba was his mother.
That's what I meant. Bathsheba was Solomon's mother.
Right.
David had wives that was from Jerusalem.
Yeah.
But Bathsheba's son is the one that gets to be king.
Yeah, what was
all the other ones, Amnon, Adonijah.
What was David's first? What was David's first? I think that was his first wife when he. No, it wasn't his second wife. No, his first wife was Saul's daughter.
Yeah, well, she didn't have no kids.
Yeah, but yeah, his second one, the one that Nabal.
Michal, Saul's wife didn't have any kids, and Nabal's wife didn't have any kids.
I just wanted to know what was her name? Nabal's wife. What was her name?
I forgot.
But her heart was she had another heart. I mean, man, what was her name? But anyway, okay, you can go home. I'm sorry. What was her name?
So we're looking at this thing, through the lens of David's reign and the fall of the nation, because after David's reign, the kingdom was split into two. When you obey Yah's word and you go to the effort to obey it, good things happen. Blessings occur. But when you don't go according to Yah's word, then you see what happened to Solomon, who had all the wisdom that could be given to a man. Wisest man on earth. So we have to look at, this thing with the mark of the beast, the number of his name, the mark, the number of his the name or the number, and we have to look at certain practices and certain things that we covet to make sure that we're not on the road to marking the beast ourselves. Solomon was on the path of destruction. He just didn't see it. And every step, he became more blind and blind to the fact until he got to the point where he started worshiping the other gods of the nations of the women that he married and making high places for them in the land. Y'all hear me?
Okay.
Y'all don't hit me.
Okay.
Yeshurun-Beth, y'all don't hit me. Y'all
Like everybody,
don't hit me. Y'all don't hit me.
Y'all would have loved Rabbi Hodges, but yeah, y'all would have loved.
Man.
Oh,
man. It's what we were talking about, brother Jason. Can you stop, brother Jason? You're a little loud back there, brother Jason. I know, Rabbi. I can't help it. Oh, brother Yeshurun-Beth, can you go back there and sit next to brother Jason and stick a sock in his mouth or something, because the brother's loud. Oh, I used to love that man. Is that what we talking about? Remember when he said this joke? And I'm gonna get back. I'm sorry, y'all. Remember when Bernie Madoff got arrested? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Rabbi got out there and said, "Did y'all hear about this man? What's his name? Bernie Madoff. He made off all them people money."
Yeah, he made off.
You couldn't tell me, even old as he was, he still wasn't sharp. And we miss pioneers like him. I'm telling y'all something. We losing more elders and more people than the law can shake a stick at.
Jason, we done lost all the elders.
I know.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, but they gone.
They gone. They gone.
And what wisdom and knowledge they imparted upon you, you supposed to impart upon what? The next generation.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So now they're calling you elder.
And you.
Who? I don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
I said y'all call me brother
I
Yeshurun-Beth.
call you Elder Yeshurun-Beth.
I was sitting there waiting because he act like when we met up with them young people, he's sitting there talking about, yeah. Oh no, I ain't no elder. I'm just Yeshurun-Beth. Nigga, look.
I said brother Yeshurun-Beth. I said y'all call me brother.
No, we say brother Ariel. Elder Yeshurun-Beth.
It's always got to be somebody online that's gonna poke the bear.
I like poking bears.
Okay, Sister Apparai. Just strike 300. Okay, all right.
Okay, Elder Yeshurun-Beth.
It's a matter of great respect that people give, man, when they give you that accolade. So I'm thankful for it, and I don't take it for granted, because it's a beautiful thing, man, to have the respect of people that Yah sends to you, and they believe in your spirit, whether you good, bad, happy, or sad. We all are trying to do right with the Creator. We're trying to do this thing the best of our abilities, and this is a hard walk. This is not an easy walk, and what we are about to go through, as Elder Yeshurun-Beth and I were speaking, is going to test our faith. It's a test of your faith. The Creator is going to test and see what you believe, and see if all that hoo-ha you was doing, all that yeah, hoo yeah. Oh, I'm all yah'd up tonight. Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm so rooted in Yah. A Mack truck couldn't move me with chains of steel.
This nigga here a shotgun.
How much coffee did you have today?
He woke up and drank the whole pot.
Would you say, little Missy? Would you say, little Missy? Did you
You
say something about coffee? How much coffee did I drink today? Is
yeah.
that what you said?
Uh-huh.
I don't drink coffee.
Well, you are in rare form
Oh,
this
you must have had some highly caffeinated black tea.
I don't have no. I haven't had no tea. I got
Mm.
spirit.
Okay,
You understand?
Okay.
Spirit.
gotcha.
Because when you know what you're talking about, it feels good when you know what you're talking about. Nah, spirit. And when Elder Yosef and I were talking, his light bulb went off. So I knew something good happened.
We got some sharp tools in the shed, huh?
See?
Hey!
But today,
We were we were talking about the mark. You saying about the mark,
Hmm.
and you laying out his number. But I'm looking in the Bible. It says, I mean, when it talks about mark, when it's the Greek verse, it says a scratch or the etching that is a stamp as a badge of servitude.
Mm, almost like the earring for our servants.
Yeah, yeah. It's when it marked in his forehead in his right hand, oh, it's a forehead.
Forehead and
A,
right
uh,
hand.
a a stamp or an imprinted mark. A mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the anti-Mashiach. When it talks about servitude, everybody talking about we're slaves to this system, and so the coming system that's coming up on this planet, it's going to be you're going to. Well, we talked about I always talk about the digital ID and how it says that there is going to be no more physical. There's not going to be any more physical money, the dollar bills that you have in your pocket, as to where you can. It doesn't even talks about gold or silver. You're using that to kind of purchase those things that you need. But like the official true currency is going to be totally digital, and everybody's going to have it digitally. And if you don't do what the system tell you to do, you get what I'm saying, Jason? If you do not do what the system tell you to do, guess what? I'm gonna cut off that digital currency that you have, so therefore I can make you a slave unto me.
Y'all feel that?
so what's the connection between Solomon and 666 and the man of sin?
He's gonna be rich.
It's not just he's going to be rich. It's not that he is. I mean, oh my goodness, here my no, it's not. It's not mine. This is what I got. Um, the worship of the beast didn't start in Revelation. It started during Solomon's reign because he started to worship. He started to worship his gold,
His
his
women.
women, and then the other gods of the women that he served
Mhm.
in Jerusalem, mind you. So when people ask me about Mystery Babylon and they try to associate America to Mystery Babylon because the white man lives in America and you want America to be destroyed because the white man lives in America, they're like no other white people live anywhere else. But the white man live in America, want America to be destroyed because we was in slavery and we want to destroy. But that's not what the scripture says. The scripture said Mystery Babylon lies where the Messiah was slain. That's what the scriptures say.
Jerusalem.
Didn't say anything about Rome. Didn't say anything about no Vatican City. Didn't say that. So where people get that from, I don't know. I wish they stop it because it's not right. Why does Mystery Babylon end days Jerusalem? I'm sorry, why do I say mystery Babylon is Jerusalem? Because that is where the abomination of desolation is going to occur. It's very simple. It's not hard.
So is Mystery Babylon the same as the daughter of Babylon?
Nope.
You said no?
Nope. All those designations of Babylons are different. They're
Okay.
different entities, different times, different peoples, different nations, different whatever. They're different.
What about the whore of Babylon? Is that different from Mystery Babylon?
Of course it is.
Okay. So we're talking about like 3 Babylons.
Actually, you might be talking about 4 because I got to look at my lesson. I gave a lesson. I got to look at that again because mystery Babylon specifically says in Revelation 11, I think it's 11 and 15, that is where the prophets and the Messiah were slain. There's no other place, and I don't understand why there's any argument on that. There's only one place the Messiah was slain, and it wasn't in Rome.
Do the Catholics believe that?
You know what? It's funny. I don't know what the Catholics believe. I know Israelites believe it. I'm sorry. Do Catholics believe that?
Or well, Christians do believe that. They do believe in okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They do believe that the Antichrist Rome. They believe in Rome, right?
No, Christians believe that Rome is the false prophet.
No, Christians believe that Rome is where the market is mystery Babylon. They believe Rome is mystery Babylon.
Because I've heard some say Mystery Babylon is America.
I'm sorry. Yeah, mystery Babylon. Everybody says, my bad, girl. Everybody says that mystery Babylon is America.
Right.
That's what they think, that mystery Babylon is America. I'm sorry. That's what they think, that mystery Babylon is America, but that couldn't be farther from the truth.
Mystery Babylon.
In America.
Because I need to type this out.
So he said, so mystery. He said that the scripture says it's mystery Babylon is where the Mashiach was slain at, right? And so, it says mystery. It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
What's the mystery?
But the mystery is that who? I mean, if will people call America Babylon?
Yep.
Do people call America?
Huh? Yeah.
That's what people say. They say that mystery Babylon is America.
But okay. So what is the mystery? Is it the mystery that America is being run by another? Is being run by another country?
The mystery is the location of Babylon. What is the true location of mystery Babylon? The Babylon with the drunken woman. That all these things are going to befall on her in Revelation, what? 17, 18, or 19, whichever that is. 17, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mystery. Because like I said, so I'm sorry, people believe that America is mystery Babylon. And because they believe that, they go on to the rest of their tangent. I'm not sorry, I didn't mean like that. The rest of their thought process goes along that process. But America is not where Yeshua got slain or any prophets. So America cannot be mystery Babylon.
I'm about to mess you up here now, because people gonna say that. How do you know he wasn't slain there? Because the earth, the tectonic plates of the earth. No, I'm just messing. I'm messing with you. I'm just
No, look here. It's Revelation 10 and 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Okay? Great city, number 1, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. I don't need to take you to no scripture to where it says Israel is Sodom and Egypt. But I will. O'Shea, Isaiah 1, 9 through 10. Then I'll take the third one.
Okay.
Son, I need you to move a little faster. Are you your arthritis kicking in? What's going on, son?
Isaiah 1, 9 through 10 reads likewise.
Thank you.
Except Yah, Sabaoth, had left unto us a very small remnant. Sorry. Except Yah, Sabaoth, had left unto us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Hear the word of Yah, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto Yah, our Elohim, ye people of Gomorrah. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? Saith Yah, I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts. I delight not in the blood of bullocks, or of lambs, or of he goats. Style
Right?
Yah.
Thank you. Thank you. So look here. The great city, the Most High called us Sodom and whores. All kind. I mean, there's so many scriptures. And then the third lap is got to be the nail, where also our Mashiach was crucified. I don't know. The great city is Jerusalem, not Rome. In the Creator's eyes, what's the great city? I'll wait.
Jerusalem.
That's his city.
Thank you.
He said, I'll wait. He said you hear birds chirping.
Yep.
Look, it takes a second to unmute these mics, man.
I'm with you. So the mystery is end times Jerusalem. End times Jerusalem at the point where the Antichrist is going to make his declaration and his sacrifice. End times Jerusalem has now become Babylon, because that's the Antichrist headquarters, Jerusalem. The abomination is in Jerusalem. That's why she's Mystery Babylon. The sacrifice happens in Jerusalem. The abomination happens in Jerusalem. All the events happen in Jerusalem.
So is the abomination in Jerusalem right now? With the people that say they're
They've been doing abomination.
I mean, they are an abomination, and they have been doing abomination, but we're speaking of one prophetic day. One prophetic day when this gentleman will do what Antiochus Epiphanes did in order. We're looking at one specific day, or the abomination of desolation will occur. The one that Yeshua spoke of in Matthew 24. That is what we are looking towards right now. And when that takes place, that is when the Antichrist will have his 3.5-year kingdom. As I've said before. And once he has his 3.5-year kingdom, then he will have the opportunity to exercise his will as he wanted to from the beginning.
Seek, kill, and destroy.
He wants to be Yah. He wants to be Yah. He wants to be worshipped like Yah. He wants to be Yah. So Solomon, instead of establishing Yah's kingdom on earth, which is what he was supposed to do, instead of establishing Yah's kingdom on earth, we basically end up doing the same things to the other nations that was done to us, which gives me another inclination to show you all that the institution or the thought process that the Gentiles are going to be slaves, and that's what the Creator's intention was, is false.
Hold on. So that's the whole point. The rebuilding of Solomon temple is to read, and they always call it Solomon's temple, is because of what he did back then. Now they're going to do it again this time.
Mm. When you
Mm-mm.
say what do you mean when you say do it again? Yosef, break that down.
No, I'm talking about how Masons and all those cats said that Solomon, Hiram Abiff helped Solomon set up the temple back then. Helped build the temple back then, and so now this time in Jerusalem, the third temple, the same those Masons and those occult are waiting to do the exact same thing that Solomon did back then.
Wow. Because they supposed to know, right?
Right.
Okay.
Who in masonry? Who do they adorn? Who do they love? Who do they say is their leader? Well, we know. I'm talking about who do they love the most? Who they speak of the most in terms of a human being? They don't talk about David. They just say that the star David, which we know that's a lie. Uh, but it's Solomon. Everything it was Solomon that tamed the demons. It was Solomon that had the power to that he had spells
The
to
seal of Solomon,
yeah.
which is the star of Rembrandt, whatever his name.
Rephidim,
Yeah,
Rephidim or something like
yeah.
that. So it's like him manifesting. They're trying to reestablish what Solomon did, but to the rebuild. I mean, to what Solomon did, and was not Solomon doing. I mean, oh my goodness, I'm this Timmy. Was not Solomon doing some of those stuff that was in Egypt?
Well, we just saw that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
in that temple,
That's
and then they're
I
gonna
like
come
that
do it.
part.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and they say that, and what do they call? They call masonry, what they call white masonry, is the information is the wisdom of Egypt or something like that.
Are you saying Solomon is the Antichrist? I'm just
No.
trying to put this all
Oh,
together.
listen here, Buster. You're gonna have to pull your ears out. No,
Listen here now.
no,
Make
no,
sense of
no.
all this for me. You said all this jibber jabber, and I'm still at the same place as
No.
where we started. What?
No. You say you haven't moved your scripture. You still the same place where
Y'all
no,
are real
no, no,
far
no,
today.
no, 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 no.
Yes.
I guess we're trying to say that since Solomon was the first, he was the first king that had the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding
Mhm.
to build the creator, the house, to actually build them. The wisdom didn't come from him. The wisdom came from his daddy, because his daddy showed him gave him all the blueprints and stuff. The greater than speak to Solomon says, I want you to build me this. Everything came through. If you look at the end of First Chronicles, the end of First Chronicle is David getting all the blueprint information from the creator and him setting in things the order of the house of the Most High, which only a priest should be doing. That's a go to another subject, but which only a priest should be doing. But David had set all those things in order. Solomon was the one that actually built it.
Right. So,
But the wisdom didn't come from him. The creator didn't speak to him about, I want you to build me this, do this. No, that came from David, his father.
okay. What does that have to do with the Antichrist?
It's that if they're using that, I guess they're using it's like a remake. I guess they're trying to say that what we're trying to do again is what Solomon did back then. We're trying to build the creator a temple, but their temple is going to be to worship who? Saint. Solomon built the temple to worship who? For the creator to dwell in, the creator of the universe, the creator of all things, seen and unseen. him to dwell in there. They're trying to make their temple unto who? The God of this world, not of the God of this world, for to worship him there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Nicole, let me answer your question. Yosef, thanks, man, because I couldn't have said that. I'm not making a parallel. My intention was not to make a parallel between um, Solomon and the anti-man. That wasn't making that connection, nor was I even going there. The connection that I am making, however, is the number and the effect that that number had on his reign. And that is the only other place in the book where 666 is mentioned. And it happened to be in connection with talents of gold.
But
Mm.
but
What
you said the
what kind of
that if
what kind of cup did the woman that y'all love to say is America? What kind of cup did she have in her hand?
a
And it
golden
was
cup,
full of what?
abominations.
Think that we can understand what Solomon did with his gold,
Hmm.
especially after the order not to hoard for yourself a whole bunch of gold. Solomon didn't need that much gold. How come he couldn't give it to the poor? How come he couldn't have a poor day and just hand out bags of gold? Huh?
That's a very true statement. That
Solomon,
you said that you just said it, Jace. You had something on it here. He said that the effect that that number had on his reign, and it's the same effect that's going to have on a man of sin in this. How what he's going to do the same thing. It's like materialism. Everything is I want it all.
Okay.
I want every.
Sorry. Okay, so my question, materialism, you see the materialism, you see he didn't give it to the people or whatever, he hoarded it, then it caused him to do abominations. Now, I understand the parallel. Now, what about the Jerusalem aspect?
what do you mean by what about the Jerusalem aspect? What do you mean?
So, this person is going to do the same thing in Jerusalem again
The same thing as what?
as Solomon, hoard all the
No, no, no,
money.
no, 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 no. What's going to happen in Jerusalem is what's written. The Antichrist is going to sit in the temple or sit wherever. Make that sacrifice is going to be made, and then he's going to proclaim himself to be God. Solomon didn't do those things.
No, no, no,
Solomon
no.
didn't do those things.
No, I get that, but in terms of like just being a hoarder of wealth and resources.
Well, that's only one aspect of him.
Yeah.
That's only just one. I'm not talking about of Solomon, but I'm talking about the Antichrist. His
Right.
wealth, the wealth part is only a small. Now I'm not gonna say a small portion, but it's only a portion of what his reign is going to be about. Yes, he is going to have wealth. He's going to garner and hoard wealth. That's not the whole point of his reign. His reign is about bringing in a new world system governed by one. This is
And that's that capstone.
right. I couldn't think of the word.
Those pyramids on Egypt again. That pyramid in Egypt. There goes. You see that,
Yep.
Jason? That pyramid. It comes from Egypt, and the top of that capstone is him that sits at the top of that pyramid.
Right.
He's the one that sits at the top of that pyramid. He's the one that's going to, like he said, it's going to bring everything into a one world order ruled by what? One individual. Him at the top. Everything he has. It's like I control. You know how like the creator says that all is mine, and it truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is mine. That's what the creator said, and it is his.
Mm-hmm.
The adversary got that same mindset, but he's like, all this is all mine.
Yep.
But his is relegated to this earth. What he's going to claim is going to be relegated to this earth. He can't claim the heavens as being his. You know, his is relegated to the system that he's going to set up on this earth. That's what he's going to say. This is my system. This is my world. This is my world order. You know, I created this. This is all mine.
All I can say is I don't know, y'all. We looking at the trampling of Jerusalem right now, and that trampling is about to come to an end. But before it comes to an end, it's about to reach a crescendo and then explode.
Mm.
It explodes when the man says, "I'm God," and you no longer leave that Bible. Everybody that says that they are worshiper of this God will get themselves beheaded. Now it's on.
Has anybody looked up the Noahide laws?
Isn't that
Anybody,
what the
Smokali?
laws that said that are those the laws that said that we are nothing but we are nothing that the goyim or the goyim whatever we are nothing but their servants of cattle and stuff like that. They got to do. We can use you to whatever way we want to use you, something like that.
Well, the one part I was specifically thinking about in the Noahide laws was that the law, statutes, and commandments are reserved for the Jews, and that the Gentiles should basically, I forgot all of that it said, but it said if anyone is caught following the law, statutes, and commandments that's not a Jew, that they will be beheaded.
So you trying to say that we can't follow the laws of the Creator?
Correct.
Well, they're not even doing that. So I don't want to follow their laws that they following.
Well, what
You know, I
it's
don't want to
basically
follow all these.
saying is when you look at Revelation 12, it says that the dragon is coming after those who follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and who have the testimony of the Messiah. So we know who the dragon is coming after. And I find it interesting that the Noahide laws basically let me get a clear let me put it in there. Give me a second. Okay, so the seven Noahide laws are a set of universal moral imperatives believed in Judaism to have been given by God to Noah for all humanity, serving as a serving as the foundational requirements for a civilized, righteous society. These laws prohibiting idolatry, blasphemy, murder, theft, sexual immorality, eating flesh from a living animal, and requiring the establishment of courts. All non Jews to achieve a share in the world to come without converting to Judaism. The seven Noahide laws. Do not deny God. No idolatry. Prohibits the worship of idols or false gods. 2. Do not blaspheme God. Prohibits cursing the Creator. 3. Do not murder. Prohibits taking human life. 4. Do not commit sexual immorality. Prohibits incest, adultery, and other forbidden sexual relations. 5. Do not steal. Prohibits theft and robbery. 6. Do not eat a limb from a living animal. Prohibits cruelty to animals. 7. Establish courts of justice. Mandates the creation of a legal system to enforce these laws. Significance and purpose. Universal ethics. While Jews are obligated to follow 613 commandments in the Torah, the Noahide laws are considered the bare minimum of ethical behavior required of all people. Path to righteousness. Adhering to these laws makes a non Jew a righteous Gentile, or B'nai Noach, who merits a place in the world to come. Basis of society. These laws are viewed as the foundation for creating a world that is harmonious, ethical, and God conscious. Origins and practice. Talmudic origin. Though rooted in the story of Noah in Genesis, the systematic enumeration of the seven laws are primarily found in the Talmud, the Sanhedrin 56a. Universal application. They are not intended for conversation, but all of humanity to follow. Education. Jewish tradition, particularly emphasized by Maimonides, encouraged teaching these laws to non-Jews. So basically with the universal ethics where it says while Jews are obligated to follow the 613, Gentiles are only to follow the 7 of the Noahide laws. And if you are found following any other of the other laws, you can be beheaded for that. So when it comes down to the Jews, if they're not Messianic Jews, then what are they? So if the Antichrist is their Messiah, and we don't worship the Antichrist, we can be beheaded for worshiping our Elohim and giving respect and honor to his Messiah, our Messiah. So that's how they're going to implement that, and they did it they did that on purpose. So these are going to be the laws that govern the New World Order. Let me see what other information. Hmm. Trying to see.
Don't get quiet, y'all.
I'm trying to see what else it says as I'm looking through Wikipedia about it. So one thing that I noticed that differs. So it says Gentiles will not need to undergo conversion to Judaism. So if we look at the laws, and this goes back to the stranger. A stranger is a Gentile. So able for a Gentile to be called one of us, one of the Jews, then they do have to go through the conversion. They have to be circumcised of the skin. Then they can observe Passover and all the other feasts, just like the law states. But this here in the Noahide laws is saying that Gentiles don't need to undergo conversion. And then what else? And then another thing about it's saying that it needs to go through the Talmud. So I'm looking at the summary of the Sanhedrin, which is 56a, which they were saying. So it says, for the council of 71 Jewish sages in Judea during the Roman period, let's see, it says Sanhedrin is one of the 10 tractates of Seder Nezikin, a section of the Talmud that deals with damages, civil and criminal proceedings. It originally formed one tractate with Makkot, and it says Makkot is a tractate of the Minish and Talmud. It is the 5th volume of the Order of Nikezim. Makkot deals primarily with laws of the Beth Din and the punishments which they may administer and may be regarded as continuation of Tractate Sanhedrin. Yeah, so these are like when Messiah was here, the traditions of men. So they're going to be implementing the traditions of men in these Noahide laws, which take away from Torah. Let me see. Talks a lot about civil suits. Yeah, you have to look up that keyword Sanhedrin along with the Noahide laws so that you could get a clear view of what they're going to be implementing. And a lot of it deals with the Talmud, and the Talmud is wicked. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Elder, you don't have nothing to say?
No, my mind is scrambled around. I'm just thinking of it. No, I'm just thinking about you got me thinking about this mark and stuff like that, man. This number, man. My head is it, it's going in 50 different directions at one time.
Well, if they can conjure it up, then they're going to do it. That's how I look at it. Days of Noah. And there's going to be a time that the world has never seen will never see again. So that tells you how things are about to play out.
Well, fam, me and Elder was talking today about unity. Unity. And I ran across a sister today that wants me to meet her elder. Now, I know how the last thing went with the other group that we were talking to, but the whole goal is for us to gather people together. I'm not going to talk to nobody that doesn't have the philosophy that we should be gathering ourselves together. Wrong. The scriptures wrong is doing no good. And I mean that sincerely. Sitting in a class where these people that are teaching have no idea what they're talking about, have not read the Bible more than not one time. And everybody in the class is clueless. The teaching is clueless. The teachers are clueless. And everybody is learning nothing. But they believe that they do. Nobody wants to be told that they
Are you gonna listen to that video?
Say it again.
Are we gonna listen to a little bit of the video you were watching earlier? Or
No, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll definitely send it to you. I'll definitely send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
The video I was watching is from the Christian channel, and they seem to be locked on to end times events. And I'm looking at this Mark of the Beast. They got a few videos that I've been watching. I might send out a few, but for the Christians to be talking about end time stuff like this, and the Hebrew Israelites are arguing whether Gentiles can get salvation is very disturbing. Very disturbing to me. These people are talking about end times events. And if you look on Facebook and see what Hebrew Israelites are talking about, it's nonsense. That's why I believe the remnant is going to be a lot smaller than we think it is. The Creator just said in Isaiah 1, unless the Creator left us a very small remnant, didn't say a very big remnant, it said a what? A very small. all these people that's running, gapping at the mouth, thinking they gonna be in Israel. They gonna be in Israel with a white slave. That's their vision of the kingdom. Nicole, if the German chancellor has to open the door for you every time that you come in and out your house, isn't that enough?
That's quite unnecessary, but yeah.
But isn't that enough?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you had, I don't know, Princess Diana's granddaughter doing your toes, and I don't know, do you think that you're gonna have a whip and say, okay, Diana, I don't give a damn who your grandmother was. You better get my slippers. You better get them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do y'all really think that's what the kingdom will be like? No.
Mm-mm.
It's going to be a very humbling
I
experience
hope
for the
not.
Gentiles. It's going to be a very humbling experience for the Gentiles. That's what it's going to be. And for those people who lived as Israel, who worshiped the Creator, who made it through the tribulation based on their suffering and their righteousness, those people will be like the scripture says, as one that's born in the land. If a Gentile has reached that status in the Creator's eyes, they will be in the land. Forget our eyes. Forget our eyes. And they will be given a plot, an inheritance in the land. Which is what Solomon's kingdom was supposed to be about. Solomon was not supposed to bring about the kingdom of Egypt into Jerusalem. He was supposed to bring the kingdom of Yah into Jerusalem and let it spread into the four corners of the earth. That's what Solomon. When he sent his ships out to get that gold, did he send Levites out with them?
Nope.
Huh?
Nope.
He ain't send Levites out with the ships?
Nope.
No.
Said, tell these people about who Yahweh is? No, he didn't do that.
No.
So every time he made league with these nations and had people pay tribute to him, he didn't say, look, you know what? You might not have to pay tribute to me if you worship this God and leave that little thing alone that you got. The only reason you pay tribute to me is because of the God that you worship. You want to stop paying tribute to me? Worship this God. And he'll show you how to worship him. And then he'll tell me to stop getting tribute from you. Nations were supposed to freely say, Solomon, I had an overabundance of silver from my mine this year. I present you a gift as the king of Israel, 10,000 talents of silver, sir. No coercion, no war, respect in abundance, because now this man worships the God of heaven and earth, and the Creator has blessed his land, and it's in abundance. And now he brings his abundance to Solomon. That's the way it was to work. All nations supposed to be on the foot of Israel. We talk about they are under the foot of Israel. Didn't say we like to stomping on it, did it? It didn't say we was crushing them. They are under subjection, under the will of Yah in the kingdom of Israel. They are under not to our will, but to the Creator's will. A fool is not subject to us entirely. They are subject to the Creator, because he says all souls are mine. So get that notion out of people's head. They're supposed to be. We did that in the land, and Solomon did it, and look where he got him. Forced labor. Look where it got him. So all you hate mongers, look where it got Solomon, forcing people into labor when he could have paid the people. Don't you think if you give, I don't know who, I don't even know who's popular no more or nothing. I don't know nobody, but if somebody who is of a higher ilk in society had to do menial work for you, and you give them a pittance of a salary, you give them 3 silver shekels a day or whatever you give them, that's going to be a that they're going to have to take in the chin. I have a fresh port. Uh-huh. Master Nathaniel, would you like some more beef ribs? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Season them up real good there, Chester. You got it, sir. I got the fire high and ready to lick and lick, sir. Well, get going, boy. That's the way it's supposed to be, y'all. The kingdom wasn't supposed to be the reverse roots. Any questions? Everybody quiet. Hello.
Just listening to you. I feel we're just listening to you, man. I'm just
Yeah,
listening.
we
Well, I don't want
listen.
nobody just listening to me.
You the teacher, ain't
I
you?
don't want nobody just listening to me.
Why is he
I
like
mean,
this?
listen to me when I want you to listen to me. When I want you to say something, say something.
Something.
No, but y'all, the whole point is I noticed the 666 with the talents of gold, and I went to the law and saw Solomon's deal. Saw a good video. The video, and I'm gonna try to send it too. I got a couple of videos to send y'all, but the video gave me a description of the things that I spoke about. They probably don't know the things in the Hebrew vernacular that I put it, or I'm thinking about it, but I'm looking at the pictures of Solomon's table or their depiction of it, because they don't know what the hell Solomon's table looked like. So I'm looking at the depiction of Solomon's table, and I'm like, and I'm looking at the throne where they describe the lions that went up the throne, you know, and they show pictures, visions of his treasury, you know, how the gold was just stacked up. So you know, the number, again, the mark of the beast, the name, or the number. Mark, name, or number is what you have to try to avoid. Because if you're doing the mark, name, or number now, then when it's presented to you, you won't have a problem taking it. Ooh. If you're doing any of the 3 right now, won't be a problem with you taking it when they show it to you. You already be conditioned for it. I'm like the Rock of Gibraltar. I won't take anything. Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Hey, we got donkey pox. Oh, give me a shot. I'll take a shot. Good God, I don't want donkey pox. It's gonna be people sneaking in to take the vaccines this time, and you ask them, "Hey, did you go get your vaccine?" No, I ain't get that. Arm hurting. Why your arm hurting? Why you holding your arm? Why you holding your arm? What's wrong with your arm? Oh, no, I hit it on the wall. I ran into the wall. You ran into the wall and hit it? Okay. You sure you didn't go get no jab? They're going to be afraid to say they got the jab this time. Y'all notice how many people are passing away? Just passing away? Except for people that killed themselves and had car accidents, but all the people just passing away. Let's look at that COVID shot ratio. Ratio of deaths to number of people who died that had the COVID vaccine. If it's over 80%, we got a problem, son. I'm not even gonna say 50%. I ain't gonna even say half. I'm gonna go higher than half. I bet you 80% of the people that have died in 2026 alone got the COVID shot. Man, Dorian, man, what happened to Dorian? He just fell asleep, man, didn't wake up. What? I mean, niggas just don't fall asleep, don't wake up, man. He 20 years old. What you want? I don't know, man. It don't make no sense. I don't know. How many COVID shots he get? 6. Oh, well. Why he get 6? Job made him do it. Oh, kept going back. And that's all. Didn't want to get sick, I don't know. Well, 6 COVID shots might do it. I refused to take the COVID shot. And I did not lose my job, nor did I even worry about losing my job. I refused to take it. I wasn't going to bend. I wasn't going to do nothing to take it. I was not going to do anything to take that shot. Nothing. People have moved to another state because they didn't want to take the shot at their job rather than do something to try to keep it. I admire you for quitting, but I didn't say you had to get the shot. But why do you have to move somewhere else, 8 states away, because your job said you couldn't maneuver around that? You can't maneuver around the COVID shot vaccine for your job. How you gonna maneuver around what the Antichrist doing? I didn't take one COVID shot. Yo, so how many jobs have I had?
Too
Elder Mike,
many.
he might can't hear, but Elder knows more than anybody how many jobs I've had. I'm telling you, I'm not. When they come out with this next one, I'm not even gonna sit next to nobody to take the next one. Okay? I don't want your monkey vaccine getting on me. You get the monkey vaccine, then spit on me. Now I got some monkey vaccine on me now. No way. Well, I got nothing else, y'all. I got nothing else.